Hey movie lovers, Iris is here and I'm back with a movie review of the latest Guy Ritchie's film The Fountain of Youth, which is now streaming on Apple TV. But before we get started, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you are new here so you never miss a new video. And let's start, shall we? The movie is not without its flaws, and I think that the weakest part of this film is its script, the story. Basically, The Fountain of Youth stars John Krasinski and Natalie Portman, and they play estranged siblings, and they are thrust into this high-stakes adventure quest in order to locate this mythical fountain of youth. And in order to do so, they need to obviously solve a lot of puzzles along the way, and the clues are hidden among very famous Renaissance paintings. And this adventure is sponsored by a character which is portrayed by Donald Gleason, who plays like a billionaire who is kind of terminally ill. And throughout the movie they do visit quite a few nice locations. They we have like scenes in Bangkok and in Vienna, and they end up in Egypt. But as I said, the fact that this is a Guy Ritchie's film is actually so surprising, because I think that the only thing that was left from Guy Ritchie in this film was his name in the credits. Obviously, John Krasinski brings his charm to this role. I mean, I love him so much because I'm such a very big fan of The Office, and it's safe to say that it's very difficult for me to watch his movies and not to see Jim on the screen. But I love him, and I watch like his directorial works as well, and he is absolutely charming as a treasure hunter in this film. And Natalie Portman, she plays his sister. Her name is Charlotte, and she is reluctant to take part in this quest, and she has her own reasons. But I think that their dynamic, their like siblings dynamic, is underdeveloped. It has a potential, but it's underdeveloped, I think. And the other like side characters, we have like Eiza Gonzalez, who is absolutely stunning. Like she's gorgeous, but her character adds kind of intrigue, but also she is not really fully developed. And I can say the same thing about the character, like the Gleason's character. So in general, I think that, as I said, the weakest part of this movie is the script, and I think that all of the characters, they were underdeveloped. That's why there isn't like the depth, and we didn't really understand like why they are going on this quest, like what's the reason, why they are kind of like, they have the storyline. I don't know if this is a spoiler, I guess not, but Luke's and Charlotte's father, he was the very famous archaeologist. So this is like basically their motivation to take part in this quest, but at the same time, as I said, the characters are underdeveloped, so it's very difficult to sympathize with them and to feel, you know, kind of like the connection with their stories. As I have mentioned, if someone played this movie for me and I hadn't known that it was directed by Guy Ritchie, I wouldn't have guessed it. Because Guy Ritchie is very famous for his quick and witty dialogues and his style, specifically in fighting scenes. So there were only like 2 or 3 scenes, fighting sequences, where I was like, hey, yes, this looks like Guy Ritchie. But only because he likes using slow motion. And I do love when he does so, but only in these moments I was like, yes, this is Guy Ritchie. And those scenes were wonderful. Like, I liked them. They looked great. They looked even kind of stunning, I don't know. But jokes, they just don't work. And the fighting scenes are very family friendly. And I think this is like the main difficulty with this movie. He tried to use and he tried to do what he does the best, using those fighting scenes and those quick and witty dialogues, but he needed to wrap it all in this family-friendly style, and it just doesn't work. Like, while watching this movie, I couldn't stop thinking that, is this an unofficial sequel of National Treasure? Like, it looked like a National Treasure Part 3, but only this time without Nicolas Cage. So I just was so confused, and I wouldn't say that it's bad. Like, National Treasure, I love National Treasure, but only because of Nicolas Cage, and I'm kind of a fan. And it's a nice movie, you know, to watch like once maybe, or if it's on TV, I probably wouldn't, you know, turn it off. But at the same time, like, this is definitely not a Guy Ritchie's movie. Going back to the plot, so it basically follows a very, very familiar like pattern or formula, because it's like the treasure hunting quest, and it's very like adventurous, and it contains some, you know, like secret hidden, I don't know, organizations or societies, and it tries to explore this topic of family and values, but the movie doesn't do it in its full capacity. Like, all of the topics that this movie tries to touch, they are underdeveloped. There isn't any depth in any of them, and that's why it's such a shame, because I think that such movies, they actually can be very interesting. I personally love adventures, and I think they are fun movies to watch, and I think that they can be very innovative, but this movie again just followed the same route which we have all been on quite a few times with movies like Indiana Jones, and I have mentioned National Treasure and things like that. So I think that it's very rushed, and I didn't really understood the necessity of making such movie, and I was quite disappointed, I'm not gonna lie, because I expected a little bit more, specifically because I know that Apple TV does very nice things, like they produce amazing series and they produce very nice movies. So I was thinking like, hey, this is Apple TV and Guy Ritchie, and maybe this collaboration can mean something very interesting and, I don't know, yeah, maybe innovative, and like John Krasinski and Natalie Portman, they are both together in this movie, and John Krasinski, they are both very talented. So yeah, I was expecting more, and I don't think that there really was the necessity of making another movie like that. I did like the way this movie looked visually, but I mean, nowadays I think it's not an accomplishment to make a very, you know, nice, good looking movie. Like, it's not an accomplishment anymore. With technologies that exist today, that are available today, I think it's quite easy to do. But nevertheless, yes, I did like how this movie was shot. I did like how they worked with locations. But at the same time, there were some parts where I think that the CGI was questionable. Like, there were some moments where it didn't look, you know, as polished and felt kind of rushed, especially towards the finale, towards like the final climax of this movie. So yeah, it was visually very pleasant to watch. With the score, like, I don't even remember the score. Like, I don't even remember if there were any like songs or original score. Like, I just don't remember it. It's completely been erased from my mind. So I guess it says something about the score in this film. So yeah, as I said, the fact that the movie looks good, it's not enough for I think, us, all of us, to get this full, nice experience of watching this film. So The Fountain of Youth offers some entertainment, of course, and I know I sound that like I hate this movie, but no, I don't hate it. Like I don't love it, but I did enjoy watching it. It's just that I understood very early on what this movie is going to be like, and that's why I accepted it and I was able to enjoy it. So if you're looking for a movie which is just feels very easy to watch, which doesn't require it doesn't require from you, you know, like thinking about very difficult and complex ideas, then this movie is definitely one for you. And I guess it's a nice movie to watch on a Friday night with friends. Like, why not? And it has some nice moments, some nice visual moments, some pretty good fighting sequences, and very nice actors. So that's why I think this movie is worth watching. But at the same time, I really don't understand why we needed another version of National Treasure, especially when it's not the official like sequel of National Treasure. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments, have you seen The Fountain of Youth yet, and what do you think about it? And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so you never miss a new video, and I will see you again very soon.